Welcome to another episode of Ask Shorty, where I answer your scratch and life questions. Kevin Mendel wants to know, if I were to buy a portable turntable and portable crossfader, what would be a good 7-inch scratch record to buy? At this moment, a lot of them seem to be sold out as they were only produced in batches of 500. Really cool question, and one that I can't really answer. I've had a look on the internet and I've not really come up with anything. So I'd like to open this up to the scratch community in general. Where can you buy 7-inch scratch records from? I got one of mine, Baby Super Seal, from Juno, and actually this morning I did notice on Instagram that Cuba had, or Thud Rumble, I don't know if you can see, the light's pretty bad, had posted about a restock of Baby Super Seal and Baby Super Seal 2. So I'd keep an eye on thudrumble.com because they're probably going to be popping up soon in limited numbers. But if you're watching and you know where you can buy 7-inch scratch records, please help us out and let us know. Scratch Gonzo says, I'm really stuck. I can do some scratches, but I'm the only person I know who does it, so have no one to bounce off and wind up doing the same thing all day. I just keep doing chirp 1 clicks or crabs and never try anything new. Any advice on breaking that habit? I also never leave the R sound because I don't find as much success scratching words. What's your tip for cutting sentences and the like? Thank you. I totally know how you feel being the only person around you that scratches. I don't know that many people, but in this day and age we've got the internet and you can reach out to people. There's places like schoolofscratch.com where you can sign up. There's a community of people. You can go on Facebook and connect with all the different scratch groups. There's live rooms so you can get ideas from other people, but really it has to come from you. So if you're interested and passionate about developing your scratching, seek out new ideas, push yourself, maybe set yourself one new scratch you can learn this week, and maybe ban yourself from doing the scratches that you always do. Choose a different beat, just try something new, maybe stop completely, go for a walk, just to kind of change up your mindset. In terms of scratching vocals, what I do, and I've done a really thorough tutorial on this in the school, is to break up each of the vocals into the individual syllables, and then I'll just experiment and work out which individual scratches work well for that syllable. So you kind of need to have a kind of range of scratch techniques you can do, but they don't have to be complicated. It could just be chirps, flares, baby scratches, and then it's just about, for me, finding a beat that really inspires me and kind of draws out those inner rhythms. So I definitely think you can improve and progress. Just maybe spend a little bit of time stopping first of all, and then just thinking about where you want to progress, and yeah, just push yourself. And if you want to check out the school, we'd be more than happy to welcome you on board and show you some new cool stuff. Dominique wants to know, how do you scratch slow songs? So I'm not sure if you mean scratching a slow song into a set, or if you scratch using samples over a slow song. If you think about scratching over a slower beat, you actually have to have quite a lot of record control to be able to do those scratches. One thing I found when I was learning is that speeding up and scratching really fast would hide a ton of my mistakes, and it was easy to kind of sound impressive with really fast scratches. But actually, when you slow everything down, it kind of reveals just how much control and precision you have with your scratches. So to kind of get started with that is just a case of jumping in and just practicing really precisely and slowly. I hope that answers your question. If it's not what you meant, just let me know and I'll give you a different answer. Dilfer had a question about the turntable platter moving underneath the record. So if you're new to scratching, or if you've never done it before, you might be wondering kind of what's happening between the record and the slipmat and the platter. So the idea, without having a turntable, is that the platter spins underneath the record, and then your slipmat and your record go on top, and that bit moves freely backwards and forwards, whilst the turntable platter spins underneath constantly. When you put your hand on the record, the platter should definitely still be spinning underneath. You don't want to press so hard so that the platter stops completely. With most turntables we use for scratching, like Technics, Vestax, Pioneer, Reloops or Stantons, they've got a high torque, so they're high powered, and it means that the platter does keep spinning. If you use something like a belt-driven turntable, it's more likely to have the platter stop underneath when you put your hand on. So good question. Hope that answers and kind of demystifies it a bit for you. Can be really confusing if you're new to it and you're not really sure what's meant to be happening. That's it for this episode of Ask Shorty. If you've got a question, you can email it to hello@schoolofscratch.com, or if you want to get on social media, you can record me a video or write out a question and tag it with #AskShorty, and I'll be sure to check it on Instagram, Facebook or Twitter. If you'd like to learn more about how I can help you learn how to scratch, head on over to schoolofscratch.com and I'll send you some free tutorials to get you started. Happy scratching!